Hey guys, welcome back to P3D, and we are currently at Stansted in the Ryanair 737-800, and we're off to Frankfurt today, in Germany. Got the lighting going on there, which is ICAO code of EGSS, which is Stansted, and Frankfurt EDDF. Let's jump inside the cockpit and get rid of all that lighting stuff. It's just like sunset sort of lighting. It's getting a bit mash. There's the orange lights from the sun. So let's go and get this plane powered on before any of the GSX starts still moaning at me. So FS actions, ground connections, ground power and air conditioning, and we can turn on the ground power like so, and dual FMC is restored. We go to PMDG setup, and no, we go to FS actions first, and we'll go to doors. Open that door. I need to reset this door, which is really annoying. So I have to reset that one. There we go. And open these doors too. Like so, that's just going to stick on there for now. And well, the plane's powered on, so we're going to turn on the IRSs. Like so. There's weird shadows. I think that one's more correct. Should be more smoother than more like maybe, I don't know, should be smoother than that. Right, so fuel. Let's go with fuel on board today. Sorry about the noise loss. It's changing application. You probably got that. You probably know that for a while now. Taking on board 9,821 kilos of fuel. That goes into side to there, which is about 40%, 47% full. And the payload today of 59.2, that's a 0 fuel weight, which gives us an 83% load level of passengers and baggage. Right, let's go to deposit it and enter our position, EGSS at Stansted, and our gate. Actually, I could have stayed in the cockpit and looked at it. 63L, let's put it on the 63 left today. I'm not sure if it's going to recognise that. No, it does not. That's fine. GPS left, it goes into side here, and everything's aligned now. Before we do anything else, such as HPA and HPA, just align the barrier with a QNH of 997. It's a new one. I have not had that in a while, actually. So, EDDF, Frankfurt, and that goes into company route like so. I think you can see it's actually found it, and here the not fix. Go back to route. See everything, all the waypoints in there. It's good. Flight number today as well is the RYR 1547. That goes inside like that. And takeoff runway 22. Activate that one and execute it. We get to perf in it, along with, it just beeps at me, so I'm assuming it finished that, so I'm going to do that. FM action. We have done that, haven't we? I had a blank moment of thinking, I forgot doing that. So 0 fuel, we can go in, and because the flight today is only meant to be like 56 to an hour minutes, 55 minutes, something like that, not too long today, down to Frankfurt. We're doing a total of 2.6 tons of fuel today, final reserve of 1.2, cost index 58, and that gives us a cruise altitude, but we'll only be going up to 370 on the flight level, and the cruising speed, or winds I should say, is 250 at 79 knots. That is pretty fast. That is not in our favour. It's kind of a tailwind, so we would get there a bit faster. So the flight might be only like 50 minutes or so. Sorry about the noise loss. We're going into the new Navigraph charts update. So I'm just going to check our transition altitude. Actually, if I show you here, see the new update here. And you can go and see transition altitude up there, which is 6,000. You've got London Control and Stansted Director on the radio, sorry. Yeah, so transition altitude of 6,000. PMDG have normally like got an auto check sort of thing. we find out. Don't worry about insufficient fuel. We could go to 2.7 just to round it up a bit and execute that. N1 limit. So we won't be doing any derates, but we will be doing an assumed temperature, outside temperature, sorry, of 31 degrees, which gives us a 95.8 N1. Takeoff, flaps 5, and CG can go in. Takeoff weight is not. Wait, okay, it's done it already. That's fine. I could automatically put it in myself, but it doesn't actually correspond to each other, so that's fine. Right, passengers on board. Technically, the fuel's loaded on, so we turn on those emergency exit lights and passenger signs, like so. Wait for the passengers to load on, or to be maybe like boarding actually. And there's weird shadows just going in and out. Yeah, so we wait for the boarding to, maybe the passengers to be honest, and we start the APU up. So flight level, it's 370 up in here. 370 down here. There's a lot of scrolling. Like so. Runway heading. Let's go back down to the charts and I can find out. So, runway heading of 223. Spin it around, spin it all the way around to 223, like so. And V2 speed. So, we can actually do depart arrives. Let's get this all set up. So taking off on runway 22, and we're doing the CLN1E departure today. There's no transitions, that's fine. That's good. Insufficient fuel, thank you for letting me know. I don't care. There we go. The brand new V speeds. So the V2 of 144. Along with the V1 of 131 and the VR of 133. I can't really put the flight number in there. It's 4 digits long, and that one's only 3 digits long in there, so that's a bit annoying. Right, passengers have boarded. Close those doors, like so. And we'll start off the APU. So we do have fuel in the centre tanks there. Fuel pumps can stay on, that's fine. As you see the pushback truck there. And nav light can come on, which actually it already is in the 737. Steady, that is nav there, I believe. Is about to turn dark. Nighttime, sorry. More technical term. Dark. It's alright. Dark is night. As soon as we get down to Frankfurt, it could be like just past the sunset. So wing light and logo light can stay on. Wing well can come on, just help the pushback truck. Everything is boarded, so we can close these doors. And we can now go to ground connections and just wait for everything to start up. So parking brake is set, and AP should start up ever so soon. You can see it just coming down, and start. Generators should come on in a minute. Let's set this up to AP Gen once we've turned on the AP generators, like so. AP generators are on, and we're actually getting power from the APU generator. So that's all good. We can actually go down here and remove this. Actually, remove everything, that is. And we can now go to FMC and legs page. That's all good. MCP is all set up in a minute. Once we put the VORs and weather and data, along with 5 nautical miles and traffic on. VORs on, terrain and data, about 40, along with traffic on. TGAS is off. That is fine. I know that. It's a very short taxi day. We're just doing about. It looks like we're doing a bit of Charlie, and yeah, not much really. Sierra 3 holds short, not much at all in terms of a taxi, and only 1 hour flight, which is cool. Right, I think we're cleared for pushback. Not cleared, but I think we're ready for pushback, I think we should say. MCP is all set up. We can just go and test, like so. Options all good. It is not really modelled that. Oh, there we go. Let's turn our windscreen wipers on, like so. And because it's raining again, let's do that. So now everything's powered on and ready for pushback. Window heats and probe heats can come on, along with the fuel pumps, and boom, we can request GSX for pushback. With a nose not left. Why does it want me to do left? That's annoying. So it gets to straight pushback. This is like a sort of glitched out UK2000 scenery. I will get the newest version of Stansted soon. Hopefully everything with GSX should be fixed. I actually have no jetways, which is annoying. I swear Stansted do have jetways. I haven't been to that airport before. They're ready for pushback. And pretty much waiting for it to lock in all the gear and everything. We are due to take off in around about 13 minutes. Going to be take off at 7:15 English GMT time. But this is in Zulu, and at the moment England is 1 hour ahead, so that is correct. You see our windscreen wipers up there. Oh, it stopped raining. You can turn them off now. Right. Parking brakes are released. Of course, we will start at will. TCAS is off, right. So, both on here, make sure we get an equal startup, and the hydraulic pumps can come on now. Packs are off, that's fine. And we get a bit of lag sometimes at this airport. We're clear to start engine, so anti-collision light on, and let's start engine number 2, along with a timer actually. I do remember to put the time on this video. So, there's 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, I've just been talking about timer, I say 10 minutes. 10% on the N2, now it's 20%. And we're ready to dump in the fuel, like so. There's the fuel. And so GSX are getting close to taxiway, so I need to get ready to tell them to stop. So that noise loss once again. It wasn't that too long. Right. We're probably going to tell GSX to stop here because we might actually hit an aircraft behind us, that EasyJet right there. They won't be happy if we do that. Parking brakes are set. Just did it on my yoke. Right. Engine 2 has started up, so it's going to start engine number 1. Wait for an N2 of 25%. Got some bad weather, but we should fly over that. Our path, we're not really in the path of that bad weather at the moment. We'll zoom out a bit more, we can make sure that we're not perfectly in path. It is plus 4A, so 4 above. I think it's 4,000 or 400 feet above. We can put the fuel in now, 25%. Yeah, we're not really flying through any red zones, that's good. It's like yellow and a bit of green, mainly green, so that's fine. It's perfect. But there is wind, and that will move the storm. Hopefully it won't be too bad of a departure. Right, taxi lights, want to turn us first, sorry, wait for the pushback truck to get out of the way, then we can actually start the taxi light. It is daytime, approaching night, so I'm going to turn down these display brightnesses, as they could become a bit too bright for the eye. So there, go down, it's coming down like so, that's coming down. It's also coming down like so, and also the FMCs get really dim. That's nice, like so. And tax light can come on. Oh, the lovely lightning. So generator 1 and generator 2, that's all good. You can see it started up. Therefore, AP can come off. Dual bleed warning is gone. AP bleed can come off as that is not needed. Packs come to auto, and pretty much waiting for your damper to come on, like so. And the doors, apparently doors are warning me. It's weird. But I believe it's probably the wheel well light, that's what I'm assuming. That door's warning can just go away. There's a warning up here that tells us left forward and right forward overwing. Really? Yeah, closed. And that's open at all. I'll come back once this warning is gone, actually. I'll see you in a minute. Goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back. Just looked at a couple forums, and it said that, like, this is a bit glitched at the moment. Sometimes it does that for some random people, as it does seem for me, actually. And once you get back into the flight, they should just cancel out. If I click that comes back on, that's fine. So, let's go to the systems page, and actually, we can't do a flight controls check without anything like so. We can actually go to simulation, and I think it should come in here somewhere. Actually, put the flight controls. One of these options, actually. You actually go to displays. In one of these 9 pages of displays, that is. I can just find. We can actually look for the joystick sort of thing. Engine side by side display. No, it is not here. That's fine. I think we just do like some couple things. Go to the equipment. I don't think it's in there. That's all fine. Ref. Animal limit and takeoff. Right. We'll be on our way actually. We can just do a quick like R&L yoke. Does that move? Does that move up and down? Yeah, it's all free. So normally what you do in the private jet when you don't actually have any things showing you that. So, turn on the flight directors now. And also throttle can be armed. Just a bit of power, release the parking brakes, full left on the rudder, full right, sorry. And just going to check the trim quickly. 4.66. Let's get a line, and we're just going to set the trim down to 4.66, as well as the flaps actually. It's 4.66, and we can go quickly taxi down to the runway. Not long at all. Do actually have, well, I mean, every graph charts. Arrow following in my aircraft, so I can actually see where my aircraft is within flights, which is, I think, is really cool. I'm going to change the chart. I don't need that runway chart anymore because the runway is literally right here. You can see the lights just there. We got another Ryanair taxiing as well. Right, let's do some quick checks of gears down. Auto brake to RTO, flaps down to 5. You can just double check that down here. If they actually are flaps 5, which they are. NCP is all set for takeoff. Got the Ryanair departed there. Got no warnings. Well, that warning shouldn't be there, but we technically have no warnings, which is good. And I think we're good for takeoff. So it's literally gonna probably wait for this Ryanair to get in front of us, and I think it's beat us to the runway here today. Gonna wait for 2 aircraft to take off, which is gonna be quite a wait. I will skip the video for when it's our time to take off. Got like a couple max speeds restrictions. Just gonna open this up and check if it's all right. Which they are. That's perfect. Here's the Ryanair in front of us here. Just gonna check all the lights as well. Wings, wing wells off. Wheel well, sorry. Wing lights on. You can hear the terrible AI volume sounds, which is really annoying. It's a bit of a squeal. Not too much power. So let's slowly wait behind it. Here comes the lag at this airport. This aircraft taxi is so slow. This lag will soon go once you've exited the aircraft. Got the dynamic lighting on the AI there, which is really cool. Just like get all my lights displaying on it. Taxi light that is. Right, that Ryanair is about to take off. And we'll literally just wait behind this aircraft. It should have waited this whole short. Actually, there is one up there. That's fine. We'll wait here behind this Ryanair right here. Just gonna let the aircraft stop by itself. Actually, like so. And I'll catch up with you once these aircraft are taken off. I might actually watch this takeoff. There's Ryanair 737. To probably zoom in a bit. Could probably turn the FPS up on the aircraft AI. Also with traffic live, can turn them off and not off and on. Turn the FPS down if you wanted to. It does help the CPU a bit. Is it going to take off? Well, I think that Ryanair is very heavy today, and the bumps are annoying. There we go, rotate, and it's in the air. And this Ryanair will wait behind on the runway. So we'll move up to the next hold short. Not far behind the other one. Like so. Lovely lightning in the air today. Happening over there, which is not quite an our departure. I think that Ryanair is doing the exact same departure as us today. Don't know where that's off to. Alright, there's goes that Ryanair, and we'll literally line up on the runway behind it. So let's do some last minute. Just make sure the APU is off. We're not using that in flight today, so strobes can come on now. And because it's takeoff, we can turn off the wing lights, landing lights can come on, and taxi lights is off. Let's reduce down the power. And wait for the other Ryanair to leave this main base in Stansted. There we go. It's just rotated above us, in front of us. Sorry. Well, yeah, and now it is above us. Let's keep rolling. We're quite light. It's fine. Do a couple of breaks. Right, like so. Is it turning to the right or left? It'd be nice if it goes to the right. It doesn't matter, as long as it gets out of our path, that is good. Right, so we're on the runway now, so we can actually go and turn on the TCAS, the 2000 on the transponder. There we can now see the aircraft. There we go, there's that aircraft there. Now we can actually take a look at this page. We can see if that AI did the same departure as us, and I believe it did. Which is kind of cool. And that one just did it as well. The one before these two, that went to the right. So, let's start the timer. Being about 50% N1. Make sure VNAV and LNAV are on this aircraft. And let's take the VNAV and LNAV turn off. That's fine. Let's take it. We've got a steady power. Looking for like 95% N1, wasn't it? And speed is alive. 80 knots. Try and keep in the centre of runway. I'm doing a good job today. I've done this so many times. Right, V1, rotate.
V2.
Bring it up slowly. Pressure's quite low actually, so we don't have much of a lift. Right, let's gear up. Let's make sure we've got proper positive climb in this low pressure into the storms. VNAV and LNAV reactivated themselves, which is good. Got lovely lights as we depart away from Stansted. I'm going to begin our little left turn here today, and turn autopilot and let that do its job. Right, auto brake comes off now. There's no need for that to be on anymore. Gonna keep the gear up just for now. Just make sure if we have to go gear down, we have to go gear down. But we are flying into a bit of a red zone now. The clouds have moved with the wind, which is pretty annoying. It won't be too much of a bumpy ride, hopefully. We are literally going straight into clouds, which is these clouds. These are lovely. Right, so gear off, and yeah, the clouds have just moved on a bit now, so that's fine. The bad turbulence and weather. Oh, now it's back into where we are. It's just jumping about bit. So gear is off, auto brake is off, that's fine. We've got a successful takeoff, which is good. It's in the weather, and T, which could stand for terrain or turbulence, I'm not sure. Terrain's on there. I don't think we need terrain on that page. I'm going to turn the weather on, just for that page, because it's kind of flat in England at the moment. So, got a lovely pink there, which is actually quite concerning, but we are not flying into that pink zone. We should be around above it, and hopefully we're restricted at 6,000 feet. Let's go to the charts. Yes, we are. We are restricted for 6,000 feet, but what I'm going to do is altitude intervene, which actually gets rid of the speeds. So can I delete this? Yes, and it's still 250 knots, which is it. Yes, that's fine. Altitude intervene all this, all the way up to the cruise. Make sure there's no more stuff blocking us. Okay. But what I am going to do is keep a steady max 250 knots. Which is actually, it's already put that in, that's fine. It's good. And we really need to get above this crazy storm. So normally ATC would tell us to continue our flight all the way up. I don't think they want us to go into Clacton, or they might just do some vectors around to the left of the storm. Just do around like there, you can see. But we are just going to go right above it today. Coming across standard pressure as well. Ready for the cinematics. That's 3 minutes of flying, 57 minutes to go, and that's looking all good for the successful takeoffs. So flaps can come off. 20. And as you can see, the lights have cancelled, and if I just click this black bar, you can see there's no warnings, and that is perfect. I'm happy now. See the round door full open. Actually, it is not. This is another weird thing that's in the 737. You can see it just needs to get above this little clouds bit there. You might see it in the cinematics, me just jumping above it, which hopefully be good. Hopefully the weather at Frankfurt is not going to be too bad. It doesn't seem to be. It's quite calm at Frankfurt today, so that'll be good. Well, I hope you enjoyed the takeoff into the stormy weather at England, which is normal for us actually. We've got lots of crazy weather going on. Sunny, windy, stormy, rainy, lots of different variations in England. So, I hope you enjoyed the takeoff and the start up as well. I'll see you down in the descent into Frankfurt, and enjoy the cinematics. Goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back into the descent down into Frankfurt. We are about 40 minutes into the flight actually. We had a massive tailwind, which I really enjoyed, so this is a really short flight today, only 42 minutes long at the moment that is. We could be landing around about, could turn out to be an hour, it looks like it is, but we had a great tailwind, which I really enjoyed. We got down here fast. You can see it is now not really a tailwind anymore. It is pretty much a 54 knot crosswind. Just trying to keep the nose steer to the right so we actually go in the right direction. And pretty dark inside the cockpit. I've got all these lights on around here, as you can see, and of course that light is off. Like I said ages ago, just about 19,000 feet. Apparently the VNAV is not liking itself. My speed brakes up, and let's not bring that vertical speed too high. And just find out why the VNAV was not liking itself then. Don't care about the speed creeping up a little bit. It shouldn't creep up too fast. Let's really crunch that VNAV once again. And to say this descent path is unachievable, it's not liking that at all. Let's get right down to that VNAV. About 1,000. It's down to 3,000 feet on the vertical speed. 2,500 now. Not 2,400 that is. Really decrease it now. And just steady us off. There you go, we're bringing it down slowly now. That's the VNAV. Hopefully the aircraft kicks in again. Remembers to descend, which is coming across the VNAV, and it's going to activate it as soon as we hit the triangle. Diamond, oh, let's call it a triangle. Two triangles in this thing. It's a diamond. Or kite, whatever you want to call it. We've got a kind of a simple approach. I'll show you in a minute once the VNAV has come back to what it should be. I'll also set the auto brake of 1. Put the VNAV back on. It shouldn't go down too much. Hopefully that stays like that. I'm going to go to the plan now. I'll show you our approach. It's pretty simple. Let's go to the Frankfurt VOR, which is nearly above the airport. So we'll be at 8,000 feet. We might be able to sneak, take a sneak peek of the night lights, but there are clouds in the way. We'll go up to the MTR VOR, which is also when we come to the go round. We go there as well. To, if we have to do go round, and the rest of the approach down to 25 centre today. Drag is required. There is drag. Nothing to worry about. Yes, the VNAV is back alive, which is good. Lovely wing view. See, the moon is just popping up over there. Did have a lovely sunset today. Right, let's go down to inner ref. Let's set for a flaps 30 landing of 149 knots. So it won't be too far. Oh, it is kind of faster than what you normally have. That's fine. What has it got in sight here? Just say 154. So that's what I would normally do, because the plane does calculate its own stuff. Let's get to descent page and the forecast. I do know for sure. I don't think it is 6,000 feet for the transition level. So it's got the charts up, and it is actually 5,000 feet. Put that in there, and open up active sky. You do the F, so we can actually put the descent. Let's check the VNAV once again, just to make sure. Yes, let's get rid of that speed brakes there. Don't need that anymore. So, at 9,000 feet, 12,000 feet, 18,000 feet. At that, those altitudes 241/36, 241-39, And 239. Weird click spots going on here. I think the game is just a bit of lags out there. I was probably loading in Frankfurt, to be honest with you, actually. And that is at 52 knots at 239. Execute that in and back to legs page. Yeah, the lag has kind of kicked in. I did go to Frankfurt before. I did actually just test out the FPS and all that. I do see some runway lights, and I can't be Frankfurt 25 right. Well, that's not 25 right. The opposite. Don't think so. That's a runway there. Go to the sky and see if there's actually any. Yeah, there is a couple airports around Frankfurt at the moment. That is the ETOU. That is our airport that we will be going to if we have to go away from Frankfurt, if that airport is not possible. So everything's set in there, init ref, descent, everything's cool, 5,000 feet on the transition altitude, but now we've got to set the QNH and everything else like so. So QNH is 1004, sorry. Actually, we're going to scroll all the way up. So, and charts tell me in the RLS that we, this is the RLS, not the localizer, it's 564 on the barrow. So I'll scroll all the way up, 564. And I will turn on the lights now. What's that? It's 564. So yeah, lights are landing and runway turn-offs are on. Did I leave these engine speeds on off the whole flight? Yeah, now continuous. You guys probably shouted at me the whole takeoff and starting up procedure. That was one thing I forgot. I thought I remembered everything on that flight. I thought I did. There's always one thing I forget. It's not very good, actually. Hopefully the lag shouldn't get too bad. It has got a lot of clouds around us as well, which did produce most of the lag, actually. We've still got loads of clouds around us. So we're actually currently just about to come over to the Frankfurt airport. There we can see it down there, actually. See the runway. You can see that this is the runway we're landing on today, 25 Centre here. We're just going to fly over it and do a quick turn around sort of thing. And about 10 minutes until we land as well. Drag is required. Pretty sure we can just make our way slowly down to that speed there, 250 knots. Okay, I think we should actually put some drag. It is not doing anything. And there we go. See it slowly coming down. We are on the VNAV still, which is perfect. I don't know what happened last time. It's weird. But, I don't think I have to worry about the VNAV anymore, which is good. And we can get rid of the speed brakes now. It's alright. Minimums apparently are coming up for some reason. Don't know why it's shouting MM, which stands for minimums, I believe. I am probably going to set the runway heading now. A runway heading of 248. So, just get that ready. We won't be using any localizers today. This is the city of Frankfurt. Looking amazing, actually. I did hear that Orbex are making a south of Germany sort of thing. So, and there might be a north of Germany. I'm not sure which this is part of in Germany. But there's going to be a south and north part of Germany that Orbex are making. That's going to be pretty cool. So probably buy that and look at it, and hopefully the FPS won't be too bad. I actually don't have any of the Orbex speciality sort of things like EU, England or Scotland. I don't have any of them, but I do have OpenLC Europe, which configures all the land mesh, I believe, and where the trees are all set. It's heading up to NTR for our... Do we hit Bombay at all? That looks like a Nah. I'm looking at my charts and just look at all the VORs around us. All the way up to Metro. Kind of a tight turn on the right, actually. I think we're staying about 5,000 feet for a while. Yes, we do down to 4,000 feet. At 4,000 feet, we'll activate the approach, as that is the ILS. That's when the ILS starts. So, activate the approach then. Let's get the speed brakes out. What I'll do, round the corner, I will start bringing down the flaps. As you see the decel there, I'll bring the flaps down. I will really get that speed right down. At the moment, to be flaps 1, we do actually have to be at under 250 knots, and we're just bouncing around that speed at the moment. When I do reduce flaps to 1, and 2 and 5 actually, which will be good, that speed will be fine. So once we start the corner, or turn I should call it actually, we'll do that, and we'll set this down to 4,000 feet, which is the go around at Frankfurt. So there go the noise loss once again. Go around is at 5,000 feet, I believe it is. That's what it looks like. Yes. So we get to 5,000 feet MTR, so that'll be in the go around then, which I'll set in. Right, get back to the corner, so that's flaps 1, 2 and 5, and that will just help on the deceleration there. See the arrows coming down again. Yeah, it's coming down quite much. Right, let's see what flaps 10 restriction is of a 210 knots, so that's quite a while away actually. Flats are 5. Let's brake is 1. Speed brakes are out. I don't think, if I take them in, how much of a deceleration do we get? Oh, we still got a grid. So we're going to arm that speed brakes there for landing. Once we come onto the ILS, and once we hit this waypoint of FF25 center, we will gear down. I think we should see the airport now. We are under the clouds. I'm just trying to. I don't think I can see the airport. I think it's pretty far. It's just in the distance there where it's not loading in. I just had to not load that in that bit of Frankfurt. Yes, I believe the airport is just that bit there actually. Yeah, so we're holding at 5,000 feet until we hit this waypoint and we get down to 4,000 feet. So a quick nil descent. And reduce all the flaps and reduce the gear, not reduce the flaps, but let the gear down. That's what we should be saying. Ooh, why did it zoom in when I did that? It doesn't do it anymore. Lovely wing view. I think we should probably turn the wing light on for landing. The passengers get a lovely wing view as they land off the engine and the wing, which is why it's called the wing view actually. Right, let's go down to 5 nautical miles on this page and once more down to 10 on that page for landing. For some reason they accelerate. Why is it? Auto throttle's going to look weird. Right. I'll let auto throttle figure out what it has just done. I think it doesn't want to go too slow actually. The aircraft down into flaps 5 debug speed, which it should be at because we're at flaps 5 and it should be at the debug speed. So I think Frankfurt Airport I've loaded in now with the flickering lights. If I pan to the right, I believe it's there. It is. Yes, I found it. Yeah, that's 25 right on there. That's 25 left and centre. Begin our VNAV descent. So actually, what I need to do is put in the ILS frequency, which would be a good idea. And then there's New Jefferson. Actually, it says 1004. There's New Jefferson charts. I don't know where to find it, which is pretty annoying, you know. I believe that it is around, I hope that's the correct one there, 11155. Set on both screens. Like so. And yes, that is correct, I believe. If I come down here, I think it's alright. ILS is active, you can see there. So we're going to activate the approach now. And you can see we're on the VNAV path, which is good. And I'm pretty much waiting for the VNAV and AirNav to shut off. And it says up to 5,000 feet there. So AirNav is gone. We're on to the ILS. And both autopilots go on. See a single channel it's warning us because we're actually we're not on the. Oh no, we are now. That's fine. That's good. We are now activating the ILS. So that's flaps 10, flaps 15. Yeah, so obviously when we go to flaps 15, it starts moaning us. So let's bring this down to flaps 10. And we'll wait down to this next waypoint. We'll bring the gear down and everything will be fine. I think our landing altitude is around about 4. If I come and look at the charts, it is at 364 feet. Actually, we need to bring the speed down to the 154. So, autopilot, figure that out. Also, throttle, sorry, actually does that. We can bring this down to reference speed, it's not too far off. So that's 149. Right, there we go, that's gear down. That is not gear down, that's speed brakes. That is gear down. As we hit 2500. Okay, speed brakes are armed, it's fine. Right, so gear is coming down, there's 3 greens, like so. Flaps 15, 25 and 30. That's what it should be going to. Flaps 30 down there. You see the flaps. See, there we go. Flaps is green, and it's flaps 30. Lovely. Right, gone to Frankfurt Airport. I have no idea where Ryanair park at Frankfurt, so I'm gonna have to take a wild guess. It's gonna be fun. We've got a lovely crosswind of 18 knots. Luckily, it's not a fully right angle sort of crosswind, so it's not too bad today. The FPS is loving me now. I look away from the airport and go, I didn't get much of a free FPS there. It's fine. It's not too bad. It's 2,000. Well, actually, 1,500 feet above. Hopefully, once we get on the ground, everything will be fine. An aircraft just left the airport. I think it is. Passenger signs are on, as I just check up here. Yes, they are. Everything's on. No warnings, which is good. Clear for land. Minimums are coming up soon at 500 feet above. Actually, 500 feet above sea level, I believe that is actually. So, about 100 feet before. It's 1,000 feet. Autopilot disconnected. There's an aircraft on the runway. I am not happy. This is going to be a perfect landing. There's an aircraft right on the runway. So, I forgot autopilot was off. Just chatting. So let's move the yoke down a bit. Yeah, the aircraft is gone. Water throttle is kicking in, which is perfect. Hopefully the AI has realised that I am landing. They will not get in my way. I think I can see one aircraft just taxiing to 25 centre here. I think we've got 2 reds and 2 whites on the pappy lights. Let's bring the nose up a bit. Actually, AI has not noticed. And there is a tiny aircraft on the runway still. So what I am going to do, click the Alt button, add-ons, ultimate chapter live, clear approach. I don't think that does anything. I'm trying to fly an aircraft, and there we go, beautiful. I'll turn that back on once we get on down to the ground. It's a bit of a crosswind actually now. That kind of swung me right off. Sorry about that. Also throttles back on, and there's idle power. Just trying to get in the landing zone. I try not to do a floaty. Got a bit of right rudder on going on here. And beautiful. Now we are down. Slowly bring the nose down. Idle reverse. I think it's a bit more than idle reverse, to be honest with you. Look outside. Beautiful. There's 6 knots. Reversers can come in, and you're braking, so there's auto brakes can come off. That warning can go auto throttle back on. Exit the runway here. So sorry about the landing. Really annoyed about AI at the moment, and landing lights can come off, and the strobes can come to steady. AP as well can turn on. Right. Are we parking today on the west or that is the east? I don't know which is the west or the east actually. So we can clear up now as well, and reduce all the flaps. Sorry, it is the east, west, sorry, west. So that's Lufthansa Cargo Center, and I can see that on my page as well. So we're gonna go to like so, and we're gonna be parking quite far, not too far. Actually, this is all cargo, so I believe we're gonna have to park over on the main terminals. Well, actually, there are parking spaces right here. So if I go to gate, I just keep the aircraft here. Go to gate V. Actually, they're all too small for me. Oh, no, there is one. All the V gates are all the way down here, which is all good. So it's going to do a massive swing right round. So if I go to V, if I take a look at the aircraft, not aircraft charts, I can take a look and I can see the gates we can park at are quite far away from us. They are not Lufthansa gates, which are good. And there goes GSX. Gate to V, and I won't be parking about 106. Ooh, 116 would be good. Like so, I do not request to follow me. I know where I'm going. I've got charts. Thank you very much. Right, that's all loaded in now. If I take a look at this, lots of traffic, I can just toggle aircraft. Hopefully, turns them back on. There we go. The aircraft are coming back on. Let's reduce some power. Let's try not to taxi too fast. Engine speeds can go off. You can see the AP is on like so. And there's Lima 14. So that's still quite far away. So the main Lufthansa terminals here coming up now. I'm just going to taxi all the way past these. Let's take a look on the outside. Oh, I think a bit zoomed out on there. This view, I think I'm too zoomed out. There's a lovely tower there. Actually, we could turn off the flight directors. That would be a good idea. And not to put too much power. Let's get rid of these navs. Pretty much get rid of the ILSs. What I should have done when I landed was turn off the timer. But the thing is, I can never find the click spot at night. I'll zoom in right in, so I can just about make it like so. Ooh, it's like Anna sort of aircraft. What is this? I've never seen this before. That's a United. That is an old United livery, 747. Wow. It looks like I could probably park over here. But I don't think I should. Look how big that high that gate is. Wow, it's like A380 sort of style. Right, we're approaching our gate actually. It's coming up soon. That was Lima 6, wasn't it? I did not see. Take a look at here. Lima 9 actually. Yeah, we are actually approaching our gates. We're coming across the fire station, which is good. Everything's looking amazing actually. Got the 2 little bits that poke out at Frankfurt. This is actually the version 2 Pro. When he tried to do the version P3D version 3 like compatible version, it was very laggy, and it was just, most of the textures and everything was just corrupted. Very annoying. And the German airports released this brand new Pro version, and it is looking absolutely amazing. FPS is so much better than it used to be. On the ground actually, in the air it wasn't quite so good, but on the ground it's perfect, and I'm loving it, which is good. And 1 hour, let's say 1 hour, I think we did like an extra 5 minutes of testing there. Emirates 777 BA, they are very high paid airlines. I don't think I'm going to park there. Obviously I've already chosen my parking space actually. If you look down here, it should be on this sort of line here, so further down. It should be on the left. Actually, it is not. We carry on a little bit more. Just going to double check the gate I did. It's gate 116, and that is pretty much keep on taxiing straight down. Actually, I can sit here. That's all good. There we go. The gate right there. We're taxiing at 26 knots right now. I don't think it's too fast. I think we're just good at that knots. Ground speed, sorry. Right, this is perfect. What are those in the air? I'll start bringing the speed down to about 10 knots. Let's not brake too hard, not too fast. What are these blue things? What's that massive box? Is that? Ooh, this is looking cool. There we go, you can actually see our V gates. This is V118, sorry. 118, and 116 is right here. Our gate. For a medium-sized aircraft. So we can actually disarm the Aerosoft throttle. Right, we can just bring it up, turn it into the gates here. I should call it a stand actually, and all the lights can come off. And the marshaller will come alive. There we go. There's the marshaller, and pretty much line up correctly. I'm going to turn on the AP generators as we come in, along with the AP generator actually giving us the power. All these lights have gone weird. Frankfurt. It's like lighting up really weird bits on the aircraft. Right, let's keep this perfect. I think we're coming a bit on this askew a bit here. Oh, it does say green on the... There we go. Stop here. It is green on there, which is fine. GSX isn't happy with us. As long as it's green on Frankfurt, that's even better. Get rid of the menu lights here, and we can now shut down the engines as the AP generators are on and giving it the power. So, there goes that, and doors. Go to deboarding. Engines are cut off. We can open these doors and open the other doors. And there goes the boarding. So, anti-collision light off, wing light can now stay on actually, let's keep the wing light on. But we're going to turn off all the fuel pumps. And turn off these hydraulic pumps and propheats. And all the window heats up there. Packs can now come off, not too high. There we go. AP bleed can come off. When the engine's shut down, that dual bleed warning will come off, hopefully. Come back down here. Go to ground connections. Set, and pitot covers can come on. Well, I hope you enjoyed the flight. Sorry about the stupid AI thing. The landing was a bit stupid. It's just that I should probably go on the VAT sim, but I'm not really thinking of doing that. I might just make the videos longer and more people might get a bit bored, I'm not sure. Right, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed the flight today from Stansted down into Frankfurt in the 737. I enjoyed the flight of 1 hour and 6 minutes. What I should do is turn on the dome light, actually, that should help. All the stupid lighting down here. There we go. Let's just stop the timer down there. 1 hour and 25 minutes of engines being powered on. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the flight, and I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be starting off in San Francisco, hint hint. Not quite sure, you'll find out. Yeah, so I hope you'll see you in the next one, and I hope you enjoy the flight today. Goodbye.